the the decline and fall of the Roman Empire. Um, a lot of the times when you form something like an empire, if you look up the definition of what that's supposed to be, I think you might call it centralization too. Is is you introduce ideologies that are not there or really required for smaller communities. And that's an example of how these things fail because our species has never reached, the top sentient and sapient ideology that is possible for a creature, a thinking creature, and a feeling creature on a planet, which is ecocentrism. So there'll never be an empire that doesn't self destruct without such a final ideology. Um, and again, forming empire would only be required if you've got alien invaders trying to take over your planet, which has never been the case for us. We are our own invaders. We are our own failures. We are our own enemies. He's been tortured relating to ideology.
My faith was not strong enough. Did not even scream. That's no reason to take our God. That's no reason to change your ways. Don't you want us, Roman? You miserable, uneducated half-men. You're not at all what we fought for. And yet... yes, we want you. We want you.
So this would be a speech, let's say, between divided countries if there's alien invaders. But otherwise, these speeches do not apply, but they've been part of our repeated cycles of history as failed people primates, as the Homo communia, the common man-woman primate of this epoch in the genus of Homo. And we've actually been devolving ourselves now. I was talking to somebody today that confirms that when they give a complaint, it doesn't get processed. There's more and more the illusion of human rights, the illusion that people's opinion or suffering matters, and it doesn't. And a lot of people actually earn a living in these careers kind of knowing that's the case, and still feeling superior to others for having had a career with a pension. And that is worse than thousands of years ago. And we don't see that. We don't see that we live in an illusion of how civilized we are when we are actually, at this time of our history, devolving ourselves at a rate that is measurable within one people primate lifetime as, like as getting worse, like an accelerating devolution. So again, the concept of empire is ridiculous, and these are questions we have to ask ourselves. Why do we believe this makes us civilized or strong? What are we afraid of? What are we protecting ourselves from? What is our weakness that we haven't been able to mature in our ways of thinking, our ideologies, and our ways of organizing ourselves together in ways that are really more disorganized, even when there's the illusion of, let's say, United Nations, but also divided. We are more divided as a species than we have ever been. And part of us knows that we need AI to do what our minds can't do anymore, except that AI is programmed by our flawed minds and also will accelerate this intellectual laziness that we have. So in a way, decentralization for the purpose of the future, really having what would be an ecocentric worldview, where we are all putting the biosphere first, is the only thing that could save us. But again, my theory sadly predicts that that way has been permanently closed off to us as the next step of our evolution. And it's tipping points for accomplishing this way before my lifetime.